The following program is a production of HEW Entertainment and contains views, opinions, commentaries, and content that may offend some subscribers of this show. Listener discretion is advised.
If you have an opinion on our show, let us know what you have to say through the power of social media. People always ask me, Jonathan Clarke, how do you become famous overnight? Okay, are you watching? This is how.
You're over my head, I'm out of my mind, thinking I was wrong in the wrong time. Stop and rewind, everything is so throwback-ish. I kinda like it how you're out of my league, old school chic, like a movie star, up a silver screen. You're one of a kind, living in a world gone plastic. Baby, you're so classic. Baby, you're so classic. Baby, you're so classic.
So, what did you think?
Baby, you're so classic. Baby, you're so classic.
Hey guys, it's your favorite video blogger Jonathan Clarke with you. Just to recap for you what's been going on in my life since last June, since the beginning of the summer of 2017. I sustained an injury in my left elbow, which was quite serious, and I'm happy to report for you on what is the final injury update for you that I've been doing since I've been doing these video blogs to update you on my injury of my left elbow. I have finally been cleared from therapy after 3 or 4 months of aggressive therapy. Finally, my elbow has regained full strength and functionality, and I'm more than happy to report that for you in the final video blog updating you on my left elbow injury, which I sustained back on May 29th and I underwent surgery for on June 1st. It's been an excruciating road to recovery, but I have finally reached the end of it. I still have to keep doing therapy exercises on the elbow, but I want to thank everybody who showed me support and love during this time of recovery for me, because I never thought in my wildest imagination I would have to go through this in 2017, making it one of the most difficult years of my life since I've been alive and a part of the world. But really happy to report for you that my elbow has regained the bend. There you see it there. I'm able to bend it at 123 degrees, which is beyond a full functioning arm for you guys. So that's really awesome that I'm actually able to say that. I never thought I would reach the point where I'd be able to say that for you on a video blog, but I'm more than proud to give you this update. Now that my arm is bending at 123 degrees, I'm able to do virtually everything that I was able to do just off of a few degrees there of a full functioning arm, which bends at 138 degrees. I'm able to do everything now that I was able to do prior to the injury, and it just gradually all came back for me ever since I underwent surgery on June 1st. It was an 1.5 to 2 hour length long surgery. I spent some time in hospital, and again, I want to thank everybody who supported me throughout this very difficult time. It really dramatized me a couple of months ago and really set me back from providing you with news updates and coverage of professional wrestling and entertainment on my website, which I've loved to do for the last at least 2 decades. And I'm hoping to get back to a regular routine with frequent updates on my website now that I've overcome this very difficult time in my life, this very difficult obstacle, call it what you want. It's never easy when something like this happens to you, regardless of who you are, from whatever walk of life you come from, whatever type of injury you have sustained. I have never had any injuries like this. I've had a number of surgeries, but not as severe as this surgery. This by far was the most severe surgery that I ever had to undergo. And now I know, and I have a greater respect. I know what it feels like, and I have a greater respect for everybody who has sustained far more serious injuries than I've ever had to sustain in my life. Again, I want to thank the doctors. I want to thank the therapists for getting me to this point, a point that I never thought I'd be able to reach. But it just goes to show when you're focused on something and you have that ambition to reach for your goals, you will eventually achieve, if not all of them, at least a significant portion of your goals. You will reach them. You just have to believe in yourself, and you have to stay focused, and you have to believe that the most positive outcome will be what you reach. And you can't always have these negative thoughts, which I've had a great deal of in my lifetime because of everything that's happened to me, at least for the last 4 or 5 years. I talked about my dad's suicide in 2014. That was very difficult for me. My mom's diagnosis of cancer. That was beyond difficult for me back in 2006, and now this and a number of other surgeries that I've sustained in 2015. I had surgery on my, I believe, right hand, and then I had surgery on my left elbow a year and a half later in 2017. So I've had a number of surgeries these last few years. They've been very difficult surgeries. Obviously, the surgery on my hand was not as difficult as this injury on my left elbow. It's one of the most difficult injuries to rebound off of. But again, as you can see there in the video, at least 123 degrees of functionality in the arm has been restored. And I'm really proud to be giving you this update on my website for you and in these video blogs on my YouTube channel, which, by the way, if you haven't subscribed to, you can by all means by going to youtube.com/JonathanClarke22. I'll be throwing some updates for you across your screen in update text format before the end of the video. And I hope that you like the updates that I've done to the video blogs. I've updated the intro for the show, so I'm hoping to get back to a regular routine of updates again. It's been very difficult for me, coming to terms with what happened for me. Obviously, having a steel plate, bolts, and screws being put into your arm. I virtually had the whole works with the dressings being thrown in there, from steel plates to wires and screws. Very difficult to rebound off of, and you can only imagine what the last few months has been like for me. I've showed you very graphic footage on my YouTube channel, and I want to apologize for that. And I want to send out an urge to everybody: if you have a weak stomach and you're not able to, bear seeing some of the footage that I've thrown up for you these last few months, I would recommend that you don't watch the video. But if you have an interest in it, I would recommend highly that you do. By subscribing to my YouTube channel and watching these videos from beginning to end. I think I've thrown up a total of about 6 through 7 video blogs, with this one being the final one, having anything to do with my injury. And as I've been known to do over the last few months, I haven't really regretted showing you any of the footage that I have with this injury, because I have updated and documented everything that's really pretty much happened to me in the way of a critical point that I've reached in my life, and I've shared my life with you through making this website. That's one of the big advantages I've had over everybody. I know a number of people out there that do these websites, but that's a really big advantage that I've had with all of you guys, being able to share my life with you in a way that I probably would have never been able to if I never created this YouTube channel, or I created this website, or I wrote these columns for professional wrestling and entertainment. I've focused on a number of issues over the years. You've been there with me from the get-go, and I hope that many of you are still with me. I know that many of you are actually from the subscribers that I get on my Facebook page, especially on my Twitter at JonathanClarke1, Facebook.com/HW Entertainment. I hope that many of you are still with me, that's been with me from the get-go, and showing the love and support that you had, because I don't know if I would have been able to get through everything I did. Again, thank you to everybody who helped me with this. Of course, Andrew Fury did a great job with this rehabilitation for me, and enabled me to regain functionality in my arm. I don't know where I'd be without him, and I don't know, more importantly, where I'd be without each and every one of you. By all means, you're more than welcome to leave a comment in the comment section of this video on my YouTube channel, this being the final video blog having anything to do with the surgery on my left elbow, which actually I have been using for a number of years as the one arm that actually, I'm left-handed, as I've talked about many times over the years on my radio show and in my written column. So you can only imagine how it was for me, having used my right hand, which I had never used before prior to any injuries that I've sustained in my lifetime, and now transitioning back to this left arm. I'm kind of, hesitant to use it, but I know that I have to. I still have to keep up with the rehabilitation exercises, even though I've been cleared from therapy, which again, I'm more than happy to report for you, but I know that I will get there in time. Everything happens within time. It doesn't happen overnight. And that actually has been the one thing that I've had great difficulty trying to grasp, but I know that it will happen for me, and it will happen in due time. And again, I don't know if I would have been able to do it without each and every one of you. I can't tell you how much I love you. I can't even begin to put it into words, but again, I know that I'm here because of each and every one of you, and those that have had a critical role in my life, played that critical role, and continue to play that critical role in my life. Again, these updates will come across your screen. You can leave a comment for you yourself through in the video blog at JonathanClarke22. And again, I want to thank everybody, with this being the final video blog having anything to do in relation to my left elbow surgery, which again I underwent on June 1st after having an injury on May 29th. That was 4 to 5 days after my birthday. So you can only imagine what kind of birthday gift I thought that I had received. Obviously, it wasn't one that I had anticipated after making the decision to actually go for a mere walk after my dinner, but it happened, and that was something I had to deal with. People in the room with me had far more severe injuries than I had to rebound off of, and I can only imagine what they're going through. Hopefully, they've all reached a full recovery, or at least are halfway there. But again, my heart goes out to each and every one of you, and thank you so much for showing me the love and support that you have. Again, I'll archive this video with all the videos pertaining to my left elbow surgery and recovery, which has been very difficult and challenging for me. But again, I've shared my life with you, and I will continue to do so. I promise that to you. I know that I've not really followed through with a lot of promises over the years, but I will promise you that I will continue to follow through with you on everything that happens in my life in the way of a critical point. And again, none of this would have been possible without each and every one of you. So again, thank you. Until next time, I'm your host, Jonathan Clarke, and I will chat with you again really soon.
HEW Entertainment Radio is a production of HEW Entertainment on their official website and broadcasts on social media. You can join the conversation on our Facebook page at HEW Entertainment, follow and listen to our show on Twitter at Jonathan Clarke1, and watch us on our YouTube channel at Jonathan Clarke22. Hosted and produced by Jonathan Clarke out of Canada. If you have any questions on our radio broadcast, you can email us at jonathanclarke2005 at hotmail.com. Thank you for listening.